How's it going, everybody? I initially thought I'd not raise too much of a stink about this issue since it's an easy and quick fix, but people are talking about this a lot, so I might as well explain why this is currently a thing. And with it, I mean the confirmed Inchain kick in 2 instances. The most common one is after a light. It's not after a heavy, it is just a light. As I've outlined in my frame check video, the chain link from light into kick is 200 ms. This, in theory, isn't too much of a problem. What does cause a problem and results in the confirmed kick is a buffered guard switch. So I thought, it seems a lot more complicated this time around, because the switch direction as well as the timing seems to matter. I do not have the means nor the willingness to test this for hours on end, so here is what we found. A buffered guard switch into your dodge direction at the correct time will still let you dodge, as long as you switched from side to side and not from top to side. If you switch from top to side, then you will always eat the kick. So only left to right into right dodge, or right to left into left dodge will let you avoid it. But as I mentioned, there's this little caveat that you need to switch at the correct time. And here I am too lazy to figure out the exact timing, as it would require me to frame check a few dozen of those just to be sure. I did check a few, and it seems the first 33 ms after getting hit will confirm the kick. If it is later, then it is fine, but don't quote me on that. Meaning a later guard switch is what's needed, so if you fail to block the light only barely, then you will eat the kick. If it took you longer to move your guard, it will allow you to dodge it. And that is why this will feel inconsistent if you try to recreate the scenario. But that is my hypothesis at the moment. There is a small window in which you can buffer a guard switch into the direction of your dodge if it comes from the other side and not top. The guard type doesn't seem to matter. It affects them all equally. So while this might sound overly complicated and convoluted, the solution is rather simple. Increase the chain link. I'll let Ubisoft figure out why this is such a weird case this time. I'm sure they have better tools to analyze this and come to an actual conclusion. Maybe I'm also totally off here, since input error is still a factor when we test. One more thing in regard to the solution. Depending on how much the chain link is increased, this might make the in-chain kick susceptible to a guard break punish. This is easy to demonstrate as the zone attack has light hit stun and a 300 ms chain link. Alright, complicated ones out of the way. The second one is much more straightforward. It comes from a successful or blocked run-in attack. Here we are looking at medium hit or block stun and then a 200 ms chain link. There is no user error required, if you even want to call a buffered guard switch a user error. You simply recovered too late to dodge it. Chances of this run-in attack ever hitting, small I'd say. It's an 800 ms unfaintable attack. I expect this to get parried most of the time, but off-screen attacks do happen, so albeit a smaller issue, it might still be considered one. I doubt this was intended that you get a confirmed kick of it. They removed this sort of interaction from Nobushi in the past after all. So yeah, both of these can easily be fixed by increasing the chain links. Important here is to only increase chain links to the kick and not overall. A lot of adjusting already happened in terms of recoveries and chain links, and Afeera suffers from some clunkiness in certain areas, so I'd rather Ubi won't exacerbate that problem. I hope this helped you guys understand why it's currently impossible to dodge the in-chain kick under certain conditions. Let me know if anything's still unclear, which it is to me, to be honest. You can either ask down below or join the Discord and ask there. Many smart people in there that can explain things as well. With that said, I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Laters, everybody.